Welcome back, everyone, to Lore of the Shadow, where last time we found the horse of the ninth Nazgul, but no sign of the Nazgul himself. What are we going to do now? Perhaps Glorfindel could help us with this.
Megawannen.
You're welcome to Imladra's Pine Lore. These are times of trouble, but for now, at least the curtain of shadow is held back and we meet in peace. You bring grievous tidings from Meladon, but they're not entirely unlooked for. I feared that not all of the Nazgul were claimed by the Bruinen. They stray servants of the enemy will leave a mark on the wilderness. He may have already done so, and we can use that to track him. I give you my barrel, and ask that you hold it aloft at the ford of Bruinen. Return to me once you have done this, and we will speak further. Very well. Let's hold this at the ford. Why? I haven't the slightest idea. Here we are at the edge of the ford. Let's see if I could get some information without getting my skirts wet. There we go. You hold the barrel of Glorfindel aloft, and it glows with a pale light. I guess we have to ask Glorfindel what that means. It glowed with a pale light. Should have done that?
How can I be of service?
Ah, you've returned! And? Yes, the barrel began to glow. That is what I expected, and I'm glad it was so, for it shall be our means to locating the Nazgul that remains hidden within the wilderness. The 9, servants of the enemy, and shadows beneath his greater shadow, are creatures of such evil that the land cannot bear their presence. This barrel will glow in places where they have been. It will allow us to follow the missing rider's trail. All right, I guess that's good.
Mind my words, traveler.
I don't often travel into the wild, though I will do so when there's great need, as the Ranger Aragorn and his small friend Frodo Baggins could tell you. The Sons of Elrond are better suited for directing your search for the missing Nazgul. I leave my barrel in your care for the time being and ask that you return it to me when Elladan at his camp at Thordhad. He will know where you should bring it to follow the traces of the Nazgul. Go with speed and with clarity and vision. The barrel will help you to find the stray serpent of the enemy, but what will you do when you find him, I wonder? Well, that I don't know. What do you do when you run into a ring wraith? Glorfindel has decided that this will help us in our search.
How can I be of service?
The words of Lord Glorfindel are most wise, and his gift to the barrel brings me hope that we may be able to regain the trail of the missing Nazgul. You have my thanks, Pine Lord, but now I must determine where we are to bring this barrel in order to reveal the Nazgul's location. Right?
Might you spare a moment of your time?
I have given some thought to our riddle, and while I don't know if this is the answer, my heart tells me that we must exhaust this course before we can be sure it is fruitless. Many caves in the wilderness of the Trollshalls, home to the creatures that give this place the name. The missing Nazgul suffered some grievous hurt while caught between the fires of Glorfindel and the Ranger Aragorn and the waters of the Bruinen, and he must have escaped to the secluded corner of the wild to regain his strength. I believe that he fled into one of these troll caves. I will write down the names and locations of these caves. Descend into the deepest chamber of each of them and hold Glorfindel's barrel aloft. We must learn if the Nazgul hid within these caves in order to pick up the trail. Bring allies to these caves, for these trolls will lurk or very dangerous. Here are the notes. Allies? Right. Meet my ally. Don't be afraid. Oh, this place. I remember there are definitely trolls in here. Now, what about a Nazgul? Here goes nothing. Strength swells within your chest. Oh, yes, of course. We need to be inspired a bit. There we go. Now. Oh, there's the troll right over there. Oops. Maybe I should have waited until I was at full strength before I did that. Fortunately, he didn't hit me, so it didn't matter. Now, let's see. This way? Yeah. Twisting around. Oh, there it is. Number 2. Oh. Oh yeah, trolls are tough. That's for sure. Especially elite trolls. So, next! That's why we... Oh. Light rising dawn didn't do too much of that one. Aha! Gotcha! Not that he was going to stun me anyway, because I actually had a bit of prevention up at the time. Oopsie daisy. Well, let's get that up. A little lightning. Don't ask me how I get lightning inside this place. That's just one of those things that's best not asked. Let's see, up around this way. Right. Let the cat have a little head start. Okay. Twisting, turning, winding. Whoopsie daisy. Okay, you could go there. You could go there. And you could go down. Oops. You do this one step at a time. Nice little routine, I think, in which to deal with trolls. Now, of course, it's only because we've got this little bit of inspiration around, but that's a little minor detail, right? Lightning came back on the line just in time for that one. Hey, how about if I do that? Okay. You have reached the deepest chamber of Neurath. Not yet. And oh, that's right. That's not what I need to use. I don't need to use the inspiration thing. I need to use this. The barrel. You hold Glorfindel's barrel off, but it remains dark. Oh well. If I read this map properly, the entrance is just north of here. And we are just east of where we met all those cave claws before. Alright, doesn't look too bad here. At least so far. Well, we'll see if there are any trolls here or anything nasty. Maybe it's a perfectly safe place. Well, I will say it does not fall under the category of a perfectly safe place. Okay, let's just skirt around that troll because we don't have inspiration yet. Well, we do have a couple of worms here also. Well, at least the worm is a reasonable opponent. Okay, but we don't need to go after all of the worms in the area. Now, where is that? Oh, hello! Hey, could we... Yeah, dead before I get a chance to even target him. Alright, now, oh, I think it's up here, if I remember correctly. I heard a troll. Alright, there we go. And speaking of trolls, now I think I might be able to do something to this one. Like sneak around it if it decides to go away. Ah, the second cave. Now, where are we? Well, more trolls. We should be getting the message for... Oh, I am already inspired. Okay. Well, if I'm already inspired, then we'll just handle it that. Ha! Remembered this time! Oh! I was inspired, but I didn't have the buff yet. Alright. Well, I better get through here quickly before the thing expires. I've got 5 minutes to get through here, which should be easy enough. And then it expires there. That means, though, I won't be able to do the third cave until I rest. Let's see. Oh, there you are. Hello. That fire didn't affect you at all. I would have thought that fire would have been a nice effective weapon against trolls. So perhaps that was something from my D&D days. There you go. And how about you? Good. Now, how about we go this way? I think this is the right way. We'll find out in a moment. And ooh, just in time. Ah, that time I didn't even need to give him a whack. Sometimes the timing works out. Though very often it doesn't. Now, let's see. We're getting close to the exit. I mean the middle of it. Yeah, we have reached the deepest chamber. I think I just need to hold up the barrel. And it remains dark. Well, that's 2 down. So let's look for a third location. Here we are at the third troll cave. Strength swells within your chest as I... Oh yes. I just had to click on that. There we go. Once again inspired. Now let me get to the place where I could actually... Oh, and I also have to deal with the troll, looks like. Well, I suppose finding more trolls here is absolutely no surprise in the world. I mean, we were warned by Eladon that this was a troll cave, I believe. I suppose a troll cave is any cave that's large enough to hold a troll for any amount of time. Oh yes, of course. Up here! Whoopsie-daisy. Your turn. Hey! No kicking the cat. Are you okay? Alright, good. Now, let's get back up here. Actually, maybe I should try using the eye on it to see if I can... Whoopsie-daisy. Well, I'm not going to get the eye on it if I stumble into the troll before I have a chance to do it. There you go. Hey, turning your back on me just as I pull out the stick. Haha, you were afraid, weren't you, of a little hobbit with a stick. Now, oops. Let's try you. Well, this is going to be a problem. 3 trolls! Alright, now you, and you. good. For a moment there, I thought there was a fourth one that I didn't know about before. Alright, well, that was... Oh yeah, I have to reapply that every once in a while, don't I? There you go. Now, where were we? Let's see. How about this way? Ah, right spot. Okay, good. We don't need that. What we want to do is to bring that up. You hold Glorfindel's barrel off, but it remains dark. It looks like all we got is a bunch of darkness. Nothing.
How can I be of service?
You've done as I ask, and for that I'm grateful. Ah, nay, don't frown so. Had you not searched the caves, we would never be sure that the Nazgul was not hiding within, waiting for his time to strike anew. Now we've eliminated some of his possible hiding places, and for that we're pleased. I will take Glorfindel's barrel and return it to him. For now, you have another avenue of inquiry, and it would be this one that will bear fruit. Maybe it will. Alright, let's see. What do I have to do now? And how good is this earring? Well, a little bit of an improvement, maybe. I guess I'll take it.
Might you spare a moment of your time?
While you were searching for the Stone Troll Caves, I received word from Barakan in the South Trollshalls. My brother dispatched him to watch over the lands south of the road, and it seems that duty has been rewarded. Barakan has reported seeing one of the wandering Onoldream. If this is so, older and wiser eyes than our own may have seen the passing of the Nazgul and could tell us much. Travel west along the road that runs through the South Trollshalls. Barakan and his scouts along the road, and one of them can direct you to the camp. Alright, fine. I will go to Barakan, and I have a pretty good idea where his camp is at, because isn't that where I started this adventure in the Trollshalls? Hello there. I was told that you may have spotted one of the Aura Dream.
Megovanen.
I have long believed that the Onodream of legend have walked amongst the woods in the areas of the Trollshalls, but I've never seen one for myself until now. As I climbed the high moor towards Imladris to bear messages from Rockwin and Alflock, a curious mood took hold of me. I strayed from my path, walking south down the great slope into the Valley of the Giants. From a great distance I beheld one of the Onodreams standing like a mighty tree, its leaves turning to red. As I watched, it turned and slowly moved behind a great boulder and was lost in view. Be careful on your journey, for the giants of the valley are formidable, and speak with this Onod. He may know the location of the Nazgul Eladon seeks. Right, fine. I shall seek this tree. This appears to be the entrance to this giant's valley. I suppose I will find out in a moment whether or not this is correct. Well, I don't know about giants, but there's a worm here. Well, we'll at least can take care of that little difficulty. That should be no real problem. We've handled worms in the past. Right. No problem with the worms. We've got big drakes. Now let's see if we could find this Onod that we were sent. I think that's it right over there. Ouch. Hello there? The Onod stares at you with expressionless eyes. Its bark-like skin is coiled with corruption, and its mouth opens and closes soundlessly. Suddenly, the deep wells of his eyes ripple in anger. Well, looks like I didn't find a friend here. That didn't go well. Back to Eladon. It attacked me.
How can I be of service?
The Onad attacked you? The tree herders of old were peaceful and more wanted to stand unnoticed amongst the trees than treat with strangers with peace or violence. I don't know the meaning of these signs. Our problems may be more far-reaching than I had supposed. Well then, what do we do about it?
Might you spare a moment of your time?
You're fortunate. The creature which you faced could not have been a true Onad. You could not have possibly effaced the might of one of the old ones. Nor would you have to, for the Onadrim were friendly to the free peoples on the rare occasion that their paths met. The great forests are less traveled now than they were in the days past, and few now ever see one of the great tree herds. A small company of elves from Mirkwood came to Imladris to consult with me by my father. Perhaps one of them will know what manner of creature you faced. Speak with my father and arrange an audience. What will Elrond have to say about that? We'll have to find that out in the next episode of Lore of the Shadow.